You see, this election is not about promises, empty promises. And it's not about models that have been borrowed or sort of plucked up in the air by individuals who cannot even explain them because they do not understand what they have borrowed. Stale ideas, okay? What we propose to do within the Azimio movement is to create a true welfare state. We've made a number of proposals on the table that are reachable, that will address the kinds of issues, sort of kitchen table issues that my friend Stephen is talking about, which include things like giving 6,000 shillings a month to the most vulnerable families, providing access to health care, providing the youth with employment, capacitating the Juakali sector, and so on and so forth. By the way, the past is always prologue, by which I mean that if you want someone to deliver you to a safe harbor, you look at what they have done before. You don't look at what they are promising you. You look at what they have done before. If you look at the history of my candidate, he has delivered before, Mr. Smart. So when you ask these questions about history and so on, look at what he has done before and look at what he is promising to do going forward. The ideas that on which we are running in this campaign are ideas that are proven, that they are tried, and they are tested, not just in this country but across the world. These guys on my left, and I want to separate Mr. Nelson Havi from his boss. But these guys...
Don't be nice to him now.
But no, I'm not... these guys have jumped... I've jumped from the frying pan and to the fire. The choice that they have made of a running mate tells you all you need to know about what they value.
Prof, what is that one thing that is very wrong with William Ruto that does not sit right with you? What is that one thing?
But my friend, Mr. Smart, how could you ask me about one thing? Ask me about a retinue of things, a caravan of things, a parade of horribles. Mr. Ruto is laden. Is a scandal, laden individual. Do I need to mention these scandals?
Okay.
Okay, I don't need to mention these scandals. Okay. And so because when you elect someone for president, you are not just electing someone to go and lead in the highest office. You're also electing someone whom the country can look up to. Surely, someone who has been accused of grand theft, or has been accused of money laundering, has been accused of even the worst of crimes, the most heinous crimes, is that the kind of person that this country wants our children to look up to? I mean, Mr. Smart, give me a break.
And so, Havi, this you've had the prof. Do you accept that assessment of the candidate and the person of William Ruto? And what's that one thing for you that is really unacceptable about Raila Odinga?
Look, James, you are smart enough to see through the mischief evident in Prof's initial statement. Where are these accusations? From whose mouths are they projected? Kenya is a country governed by the rule of law. The Constitution is quite explicit. Who has made the determination that Dr. William Ruto has fallen below the integrity yardstick? Is there any case brought before courts of law against him? None whatsoever. No wonder, therefore, just a minute, Smart, as we indicated, you are smart enough to see through this.
Both of your mistakes. Yes. Both of your mistakes, but go ahead, yes.
Yeah. They will assemble people in a rally and say, I will jail William Ruto. I will jail all these people. Who are you to jail them? When did you become a judge? When did you become a lawyer? When did you have control over the courts? You see, these are false promises. No wonder, therefore, he rightfully says, we don't want to look at promises. And to that extent, I agree with him. Don't look at the false promises being given by these guys that will jail them for what? we need issue-based campaigns. We have offered with scientific evidence to improve the welfare of everybody at the bottom of the economic strata in Kenya, so that Mama Mboga, when he borrows 100 shillings in the morning, does not have to pay 130 in the evening to make even. You understand? When I have graduated from the University of Nairobi, I'm not compelled to be employed by the government or a corporation to be sustainable. You understand? These are the ideas that underlie the economic model that has been put forth by UDA. And it's a viable model.
But it runs on sort of like, I think, a value system. Because this is what I'm not hearing, at least from your side, that the question of corruption or integrity is a non-issue as long as, you know, we uplift people from poverty. Is that the correct way to run a country?
Corruption and integrity is a fundamental issue, smart.
Yeah.
But upon whom has it been given the role of making that finding? You understand? Look, there are individuals who have been impeached. There are individuals who have been convicted. They are precluded by the Constitution from running for office. It cannot lie in the mouth of other individuals who do not have that authority to make that determination.
Okay, can I just
and
say,
to that extent, you're able to perceive how fallacious that premise is.
Okay. Havi, can I say something?
Yeah.
Can I say
Absolutely,
something
Prof.
to him?
Yeah.
Yes, before I go for the break.
You know, both of us are lawyers, and we respect our profession.
Absolutely.
But we know that the law is an ass.
And everybody has an ass.
Yeah. No, but the law is an ass. You know that, right?
Well, the other one.
And the law is also can also be the refuge of the scoundrel. Okay, so I know Havi, when he was the president of the Law Society of Kenya, one of his biggest projects there, one of the things that he harped on all the time was impunity. Okay. But you cannot fight impunity unless you catch criminals, you prosecute them, you jail them, and you throw away the key.
Yeah.
And he knows that.
But Havi is right, to the extent that it's not the job of the president to do that.
No, but the president has a bully pulpit. And if the president of a country cannot use that bully pulpit of his, and with all the powers granted by his office, to preach this message of accountability, you know, and to push for the rule of law, and to make sure that individuals who are, you know, credibly accused, as Mr. Ruto been credibly accused, and in fact convicted on one count of land grabbing of the land of Mr. Muteshi, yes, who was an IDP, yes, internally displaced person. There's a conviction there for land grabbing. Okay, that is a fact. You know, there are others that we know for which he has been credibly accused. The issue of the Western Hotel is on the table before the courts. Okay, so we are not talking about things that we are making up. We are talking about a record of wrongdoing, a record of criminal responsibility on his part. That is what we are talking about.
Okay.
And our campaign is premised fundamentally on cleaning up this country. We cannot say that we want a new Kenya unless we can, you know, clean up this country. We're going to do it.
Okay.